How do you guys? So my other question is, how do you continue to develop that? What things do you do to continue to develop those strengths? Is there anything that you do?
One thing I'll say actually, and it's not quite an answer to what you're asking for, but I was thinking about it as we were talking there, and I want to come back to is it feels good. It's quite empowering to acknowledge that. Like you said, it's easy to lean into, well, I need to get better at this. I'm not very good. I need help with this. And again, it's no problem. I think you should embrace the things you need help with, a bit like Mark was saying in the interview the other week. But actually, it's really good to talk about those strengths. And I like to think I lean into them, but I'm thinking this is almost a trigger to do that a bit more to, help build my own confidence about leaning into those things, utilizing them more, finding opportunities where I can use those things. Maybe even seeking a bit of feedback from people and things they see as well. So I'm going to try and push for into this. There's something I watch, and it's a drama show on TV, but they use as a reference quite often the Superman pose thing. You know,
Oh yeah,
which I know we've talked about. In fact, there's a show back in the archive, guys. I think it is called Superman Pose, where we talk about this.
yeah.
I mean, they do it quite often, but it's that, standing in that pose gets your right chemicals running, gets the confidence going, and it feels like this is another version of that sort of thing. So I'm just going to try and to kind of lean into it a little bit more and see how that goes, and encourage it in other people as well.
I think the thing you think about the feedback's quite good as well. I mean, that's really healthy as well. If you can actually ask people, look, I want you to be honest about it. And we did an episode, didn't we? So where do I suck? Where am I no good? And actually setting up a thing to say, where am I no good? So they'll say, well, you did this well, you did that well. I'll acknowledge that, and then from that you'll acknowledge your strengths anyway. So you can even do it from a place where they're looking at, oh, well, this isn't done so well, but actually you did that. You usually find when you do that, when you set up the environment to say where am I no good, I say, well, you actually did this really well, and I think that's a real good thing. So the people that keep saying to you, hey Lee, you got this big vision, you better break it down, and they say that to you, and with Ryan as well, when you connect with people, and you're able to sort of, connect and do the strengths that you want. If people are saying that to you, you know that that's naturally a strength that you've got. So it's just important to be aware and be tuned in to say, hey, okay, people keep saying this to me, this must be a strength. When we maybe not look at it, so maybe we look at it, I'm not that great in that area, but actually it might be something you're not discovering, not listening to. And it is a strength that you necessarily don't dial into. So yeah, I think there's a lot of value in that. And I think healthy feedback is always a good thing.